Hey Nash, what should we make?
Well, our good friend John Beard wanted us to make Chicken Kiev, so let's make that.
All right, let's make Chicken Kiev. Or is it Kiev? Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen, where we'll gladly make your requests. Recently, our good friend John Beard requested that we make Chicken Kiev. Or is it Kiev? I don't know. They keep changing the pronunciation of all the words.
Who is they?
Now that's a good question. Anyways, it's chicken rolled up around compound butter, breaded, fried, baked. One might think we could trace its heritage back to Ukraine, because that's where the city of Kiev or Kiev is located. However, apparently you could trace it all the way back to a French dish that was probably made similarly with veal, that was then changed in Russia and then maybe taken to Ukraine and added some other pizzazz. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read. So, sounds interesting. I've never made it. I don't know if I've ever had it, but it sounds delicious. So without further ado, let's go. So the first step is to make the compound butter that goes in the chicken. So to do that, we're just going to dice up some parsley. If all you had was dried parsley, it won't be as good, but it'll probably work. It's better than nothing. So I'm gonna set that aside. Then we take out some sort of a container, a bowl, whatever you got. 1 stick of softened butter. So you want this to be about room temperature. Just gonna be easier to work with that way, because if it's too cold, it's gonna be hard. And if it's too hot, it's gonna be melted. Then we add our parsley. 1 or 2 cloves of minced garlic, or if you're lazy, a little bit of garlic paste. We want the zest of about 1/2 a lemon. Make sure and wash your fruit before you zest it, folks. The outside of fruit can be nasty, dirty. But Tim, you don't usually care. I know, but that's for me. I'm talking about for you. I don't want y'all to get sick. And then the juice of 1/2 of that lemon. Make sure and spray yourself like right in the eye. That's good. Gets good right there. And a pinch of salt, some fresh cracked pep. Then we get this all combined. Then we lay out some plastic wrap. You could just make 1 log, but because we're doing 2 things, I'm just gonna do 2 separate ones. So you put it like that, and then you just wrap it and roll it nice and tight. And then we fold these guys down. Then we throw that in the fridge until it gets nice and firm. If you're in a hurry, you could probably throw it in the freezer. Just make sure and don't let it freeze all the way. Then we get out a couple of chicken breasts. Yes, we wanna use chicken breasts for this. We wanna trim these guys up if necessary. That's all I'm gonna do for this guy. We wanna get this to about 1/4 inch thick. So you have 2 choices. You could just pound it as is, or you can kind of butterfly it, kind of cut it in half, but not all the way through. Yeah, I kind of fucked that up, didn't I? Oh well. Then we put this guy into a bag, and then take a mallet or big old cast iron pan or whatever. You just want to pound this guy out. You want to pound it gently.
Do you like pounding?
You don't want to just break it all down completely, so. And then we get our 2 little guys here. This will be the inside, so I want to hit them with a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic. Set that aside. Then we get out some more plastic wrap, and we put one of our guys down here on this plastic wrap. And then we take our butter that's now nice and firm. I already used it, I can't use it again. If you could find the opening, that would be great. Come on, dude. You lay your butter down right there, and then we just wrap this guy up. You want to wrap it up nice and tight. You want to get that seal. Then we wrap it, roll it up, just like we did with our butter guys. We want this nice and tight. And then we throw this in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Then we take out our comically large thing of peanut oil.
Sounds like you might be compensating for something.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not doing a deep fry. We just want to fill this up. So once the chicken's in there, and keep in mind the chicken's going to displace some of this. We want to fill it up enough so it's going to go halfway up the chicken, roughly. So then we get out our 3-station breading process, whatever you call it. So we got the flour, egg, breadcrumb. We're just going to season all 3 of these guys with a little bit of salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder. Give them a little mix. You want to preheat your oven to 400. Then we take our guys out of the freezer. They should be chilled, but not like frozen brick solid. And then we're just going to give these guys some of this flour, and then our egg wash, and finish them off with some breadcrumbs, and then repeat with our other guy. With your oil at 350, you put these guys in. We're just gonna cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. And we can flip them. And then once we have a nice crispy golden brown, we pull them out of the oil, put them on a sheet pan with a rack, or that's what I'm doing anyways. We got these guys right here. They look like potatoes. They look like baked potatoes. And then I'm just gonna take this thermometer here and put that in there. And then these guys go in the oven until they reach temp. I'll let you know how long that takes. And here's our guys right out of the oven. I pulled them at...
The food rest time has started.
She's talking to me. I pulled them at 157 and it took roughly 15 minutes. FYI, in case you don't have a probe thermometer. Looks like we leaked out a little bit of butter, but not much. I think we should be good. So we're just gonna let these guys cool down a little bit because it's like lava right now, but we'll be right back. And there we have our Chicken Kiev. Now let's cut these guys open. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. Oh my goodness, look at that. Then all the butter just leaks out. I guess then you just use it like a dipping sauce? I don't know. Pretty cool though, right? Yeah, look at that. It's like a little cavity filled with butter. Well, there you go. Now we have our dissected Chicken Kiev. And it's time for a bite. Cheers. Well, that is just a damn good piece of chicken. It's buttery, it's rich. That herb and lemon in the butter really adds the flavor. Plus you get that crispy exterior, and the chicken is nice and juicy, perfectly cooked. And honestly, the recipe sounds harder than it is, so definitely go make it out of 10. That's what I think. Let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I was just thinking how I never used to understand vegetarians. I still don't, but I appreciate them for leaving more meat for me. I'm evolving.
Well, check it out. We made this Chicken Kiev that our friend John suggested and that you wanted to make. And of course we made a dog-friendly version just for you. Well, here you go. What do you think?
Well, hot dang, that might be the richest, juiciest piece of chicken breast I've ever had. Butter really does make everything better.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up.
Nash approves, I approve. Another great dish. And surprisingly, it's a great dish that's made with chicken breast, which we don't usually go for. We're usually thigh people over here, but this one's definitely a winner. And it's kind of fancy, so you can make it for a date night or just make it for yourself. Whatever, you do you. Thank you so much all for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second, go like, share, subscribe, hype, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. And hey, if you like this video, go check out some of our other cool videos somewhere over here. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, be good and peace.